Okay, time now for another true story about why I never play any of those street games you see out in the big cities, like a three-shell game, a three-card monte. They're all hustles. You can't win. And I learned this myself the hard way when I was a very young man many years ago. I was downtown with a few of my friends. This guy walks up to us. He says, "Hey, I'm Sailor Sam." I do not know what his problem was. I did notice he had a couple interesting tattoos, however. In any event, he says, "Look, I've got 4 cards." I says, "I can see that." He says, "Yeah, but 3 of them are exactly alike, and we call them losers." We don't call them losers because they're exactly alike either. We call them losers because you can't make any money with them. The only one you can make money with is a pretty little lady. That's just the way life is out here on the street. And here's how the game works. I'm going to mix the cards up like this. Then you're going to make a bet. And then you're going to make a choice. And if you find that lady, then you win the money. So remember, ace you lose. Queen you win. Another ace you lose again. You cannot get any simpler than that. Just then somebody suggests, "Hey, why don't you play this game the way everybody else does? Just use 3 cards." He says, "Fine, we can do that if it'll make you feel better," and he got rid of one of the cards. He went into his spiel. Hey diddle diddle, the queen's in the middle. 5 will get you 10, 10 will get you 20. You make the right choice, you can make plenty. Well, I noticed that after he was done mixing the cards, that the bottom card was an ace. I noticed in addition to that, the top card was also an ace. And being the genius that I was at the time, I knew that middle card had to be the queen. But that's when I learned the hard way that this guy was a cheater. I gotta admit, I was completely stunned. I had no idea how he did that. I went home that night and I thought to myself, maybe I'll go back tomorrow and just watch him. I won't play, I'll just watch, and maybe I'll be able to figure out how he did that. Well, as luck would have it, when I got there, he was already working on his next victim. He said, "Sir, I'm going to mix the cards up. You're going to make your bet, and you make your choice. If you find the lady, you win. Remember, the ace you lose, queen you win. Another ace you lose again. You cannot get any simpler than that." Then, of course, somebody suggested, "Well, sir, could you play that with 3 cards like everybody else?" He said, "Sure, no problem," and he got rid of a card. Hey diddle diddle, the queen's in the middle. Well, this guy was dead in the water. He just didn't know it, just like I was. Didn't matter what card he picked, he was going to lose. It's just the way this guy operated, because as I knew then, and as you know now, this guy was a cheater. But the day wasn't a total loss. I figured out how he did that switch. It wasn't when he mixed the cards either. That was perfectly legit, no monkey business whatsoever. It's when he put the ace in the pocket, you see. He did a move called a down ditch. Look, he dropped the ace underneath and he switched it for the queen. The queen is the one that went in the pocket. Heck, hey diddle diddle, it didn't matter what was in the middle. They're all aces, you can't win. Well, I knew I had him then. I waited, I made the biggest bet. He accepted the bet. He says, "Son, go ahead, make your choice." I said, "Sir, the queen is in your pocket." You could have heard a pin drop when I said that. Well, he paused. He says, "Son, I'm starting to think you couldn't find sand if you fell off a camel. It's not like I didn't give you more than enough opportunities to find a lady either." And that's when I learned the biggest lesson of all, and that's that a fool and his money are lucky to have gotten together in the first place.